Evening, everyone. We appreciate you guys joining us here tonight. We're really excited about hearing from Dr. Cesar Fernandez here in just a couple of moments. Thrilled that you guys are taking some time out of your evening to be able to be a part of this. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We're excited to be able to hear from Dr. Fernandez because he asked me what his topic is about tonight is, are you tired? It's not from lack of coffee, it's from inflammation. And that's going to be his focus tonight as he shares. And we're excited to be able to hear from him. I do want to let you know we are recording this and we will be posting this a little bit later in the European Leadership Group. And we'd ask that you send this off to those other individuals within in your downlines and in your team and Team Rise Europe so that everybody has a chance to be able to see this once we get this converted over to a YouTube link a little bit later on. Dr. Fernandez, there you are. Great to see you, my friend. It's been since the cruise, I guess, since I've seen you last time, but it's great to have
Yes.
you on. They know the title. They're ready. They're all set for this to be able to make this happen. So I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend, and let you share the good things about inflammation and Vitify and all of that. So everyone, here's Dr. Fernandez.
Hello, Tyler. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you all, Iwan. Hello, Eddie. Let me see, Anki. I don't have so many names over here. I could see some Sum, Roy, Hild, Lucretia, Mary, Metri, Lizette. Wow, there's a lot of you today. Ingrid, Albert, Linda, Regilia, Dolphin. Okay. So I'm really, really excited to be with you again and looking forward. This 2026 is going to be amazing. And I could see some new looks here with Iwan with a white beard, I think. It's just, is it just the video or is it real? Huh? It's not AI, no? Okay, okay. So, new year, new look. Okay, thank you for promoting this, Iwan, and all of you leaders right over here. And we're going to have today an amazing topic because there's a lot of us that's always with lack of energy, me included. Okay, lack of energy. You go to bed at night, and next day it looks like you haven't slept nothing at all. So what we are going to try today is get into this topic and started to realize what's really going on. Let me know if the slides are on and if the
They are.
audio is okay.
Yep. Everything's great. Looks good.
Okay, so the topic today is, do you live tired? It's not a lack of coffee, it's inflammation. That's the topic today. We're going to get started this 2026 amazingly with this topic. And I need to start with an important thing, which is that the following information is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice. Okay, you all know that. This is a disclaimer, and it is only for informational, educational purposes based on preventive medicine. We're going to try to show no commercial products today or suggest in this presentation. But if you think you have any conditions shown in this presentation, we suggest you that you consult a certified healthcare professional for the diagnosis and treatment of any medical condition that you are shown today. So let's get started. I want to know first if this is your case. Do you feel, even though you sleep, that that looks like, do you need coffee to work, to function? Maybe an energy drink. Will it be sugar crash? No, maybe it's not a lack of energy. It is inflammation. That's the topic today. It is inflammation. People always thinks that, okay, no, I think I need this Red Bull. I think I need more coffee. I think I need to rest more. Maybe I need a hit of sugar. No, it's inflammation, and that's gonna what I'm gonna try to go on today, because Coffee sales constantly increased. It's hundreds of thousands, billions of dollars in this growing market. For example, 2020 was around $160 million a year. But the thing is that if you go on and go to 2024, it was 269, 269, and then 2025, 284, and then when we reached 2030, the perspective is 369.5 in US dollar billions. Could you believe that? This is a number from the global market. This is not my opinion. This is a global market number, which is confirmed. And as you could see, people are constantly looking for a drink. In this case, is coffee, the one that I put as an example. But the thing is that the top reasons for drinking coffee, so coffee's bold, intense flavors are what draws in. And we drink coffee because we like how it tastes. That's 83% of the people, 83% says enjoys the taste. But look at the blue arrow over there. Increases energy. 67% of the people are pursuing increasing energy. So the note says coffee is an stimulant. It's not an energy source. It's an stimulant. It's totally different approaches because the inner energy comes from the mitochondria inside your cells. And a stimulant is for the nervous system, not from the real energy that comes from your cells. So what I'm trying to say is that today many people live with constant tiredness, lack of concentration, diffuse pain, emotional exhaustion, and they believe that this is normal. It is not. This is not normal. We need to understand that there's an acute and a chronic inflammation. Acute inflammation protects, repairs, okay? But chronic inflammation persists and damages. The problem is not getting inflamed. It is not to turn off the inflammation trigger. That's what we need to do. Turn off the inflammation trigger because if it goes on as a chronic inflammation, it's gonna start to do this, become the secret killer. Because inflammation is linked with heart attacks, it's linked with cancer, with Alzheimer's, with Parkinson's, and with all of those chronic diseases. So what is low-grade inflammation, by the way? It is a mild, constant, and silent activation of your immune system. It does not produce fever. It does not cause severe pain. It does not appear as a disease, but it consumes energy, accelerates aging, and sets the stage for all the chronic diseases. It can be present years before diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, Alzheimer's, or cardiovascular problems to appear. So, understanding all of this, we need to focus in what is low-grade inflammation. And it is generated little by little, induced by your pure diet, your daily stress, your little sleep, your lack of movement, sedentarism, and your imbalance in your gut. So point these 5 points: pure diet, daily stress, little sleep, lack of movement, and intestinal imbalance. If you understand this and you start to look forward and work with these 5 topics, you could get rid of the lack of energy in a proper way. The role of stress, for example, the chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated. This promotes what? Inflammation, exhaustion, and lack of recovery. Pro-inflammatory diets, which is usual between us, some foods become inflammatory when they are eaten daily. Refined sugars, refined flours, ultra-processed food, oxidized oils, high fructose corn syrup, sugars, ultra processed oils, trans fats. All of this fast food, by the way. And the thing is that this pro-inflammatory diet drives us all the way to low degree chronic inflammation. There's another origin also, the intestine. It is not only food that is digested in the intestine. A large part of the immune system lives there, and it is the home of the gut microbiota. If the intestine becomes inflamed, the thing is that the body also becomes inflamed. So, microbiome and gut permeability, as you all know, when the microbiome is altered, pro inflammatory molecules are generated, increases inflammation, toxins pass into the blood stream, the body goes on constant alert, so you're constantly inflamed. This is the thing that we need to understand, because when this, which is the mucosal membrane cells, they need to be tight junctions in between. And all around inside your the lumen of your intestine, there are microorganisms, toxins, gluten, viruses, everything. The thing is that if these tight junctions start become leaky and inflamed, our immune system responds, because there, all these microorganisms, toxins, gluten, and everything are permeable to the bloodstream, and the immune system responds. AGG, AGA, T and B cells are released, and then all the symptoms get started: nutrient malabsorption, autoimmunity, food intolerance, blood-brain barrier breach, systemic inflammation. So your chronic fatigue syndrome, that 80% of the population in the world are suffering, is a way to express your body a systemic chronic inflammation, actually. So we all know this systemic chronic inflammation have causes. All the causes that are being published through the chronic inflammation in etiology of disease across the lifespan in 2019, they said that chronic infections, that sedentarism, lack of physical activity, obesity, dysbiosis, which is an imbalance in your gut bacteria, diet, isolation and chronic stress, disturbed sleep, and xenobiotics, which we could say is a lot of chemical compounds in water, in food, and even in the ones you use in a daily basis in your house, with the dishwasher, to clean your floor, to all of that. And this systemic chronic inflammation drives us to consequences. And you all know what the consequences are: metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, cancers, depression, autoimmune diseases, neurodegenerative diseases, sarcopenia and osteoporosis, immunosenescence. All of those and 80 more diseases appears as consequences of these causes, because of the systemic chronic inflammation. So this being understood, we need to go on and say, okay, what can we feel if we are inflamed in a chronic way? Persistent tiredness. Hear this: muscle and joint pain, abdominal swelling, okay? General malaise, mood changes, brain fog. All of these are very common, but people say, no, this is normal. I'm 40, I'm 50 or more, so this might be normal. No, there's no normality in this. We need to understand that these are cardinal feelings that you need to understand, that point to a low degree chronic inflammation. And what happens next? The early warning signs that you wake up tired, the early warning signs that with the feeling of not having slept enough, that you depend on coffee during the day, that afternoon power slumps, this is not normal. It is a sign. It could be silent inflammation, the secret killer, like the Time magazine says 3 decades ago. So the symptom is just a message, not the enemy. Listening to it in time makes all the difference. So, how to recognize objectively? Objectively, how? Inflammation can be measured. Yes, it can be measured. There are simple analyses that give us a valuable information, and it is a preventive measure. How is that? C-reactive protein, CRP. It is a classic marker of inflammation. When elevated, it indicates active inflammation in the body. The thing is that it is determined with a blood test, and a value of about 1 milligram per deciliter or less is considered healthy. Okay, but what happens? There's also another PCR sensitivity test. Sorry, detects low-grade inflammation. It is ideal for prevention and early risk assessment, and it is a more sensitive, more accurate test. So if you go to a lab and you ask for a high sensitivity PCR, HSPCR, so you're going to have the opportunity to measure in an accurate way your inflammation, your low degree inflammation. So the guiding values are optimal, less than 1 milligram, moderate risk, 1 to 3. If it's above 3 or up to 10, you got to be aware, because it is high risk of chronic diseases that you need to face in the near future. So because inflammation appears years before the disease, detecting it is preventive medicine. That's why I'm asking you, if you could go to a lab and ask for a blood test and ask for a HSPCR, you're going to have an idea of how you are performing. Consequences of chronic inflammation: accelerated aging, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, chronic pain, general malaise, autoimmune problems, chronic fatigue syndrome. Remember the coffee, okay? You're not with a lack of energy, you are inflamed. So that's the chronic fatigue syndrome. That's we all need to know. Inflammation also in your brain, for example, affects like a brain fog, anxiety, change of mood, cognitive problems, increase in neurodegenerative risk. We need to understand what is going on inside of us. It is not normal. Again, it is not normal. Inflammation also affects your metabolism, makes it difficult to lose weight. Up and down effect regulates sugar levels and maintains stable energy. This is all a matter of metabolism. And we all feel this. We all understand this, but not all of us point this to a inflamed state in our organism. Can it be controlled? Absolutely, yes, but not with more coffee, not even with energy drinks or sugar. It is controlled with healthy lifestyle habits, supportive nutritional supplements. That is what we need to do. We did a lot of people are focused on coffees, focused on energy drinks, sugars. No, we need to begin a healthy lifestyle and also search for the supportive nutritional supplement that is accurate, precise, effective for all of this. Now, this anti-inflammatory lifestyle starts with sleeping well, adequate rest, manage stress, avoid the sedentarism, and small changes, as you may see, created big results. This is the anti-inflammatory lifestyle we need to live. how the diet as an anti-inflammatory works. Real food. We need to search for real food. We need to search for vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, olive oil, avocado, clean proteins, natural polyphenols, and an anti-inflammatory spice that you all know, such as turmeric. So, anti-inflammatory diets, it's more than an eating a healthy thing. Anti-inflammatory diets, it's not a strict diet. It is a way to nourish the body so that it turns off the inflammation trigger. It brings support to all of us, reducing glucose spikes, decreasing oxidative stress, modulating the immune system, protecting our gut. This is all the product of anti-inflammatory diet. And now I'm going to start with a question that I need you to Google it. Can you help me, Iwan? Are you with me? Iwan, are you with me?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm here.
Okay, I need you to open up your Google in your
Mhm.
phone or in your
Yeah.
computer and
Okay.
put this in the where you are going to ask a question.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm there.
Okay, in the search put, is inflammation the number one cause of chronic illness? And then you read me what Google answers you. Is inflammation the number one cause of chronic illness? Can you answer this for me, please?
Is inflammation the number one cause of
Chronic illness.
yeah, of chronic
Illness.
illness? Chronic inflammation is a leading underlying driver of the majority of modern non-communicable diseases, accounting for over 50% of global deaths. It acts as a silent systemic factor in conditions like heart disease, cancer, diabetic, and Alzheimer, making it the primary target for prevention.
So, what do you think about that answer? Do you think we need to start focusing in inflammation? 50% of the deaths of the world are linked with the chronic illness caused by inflammation. It's not me saying this, it's Google. It's Dr. Google, it says. Okay, so now write this other question. What is the best natural ingredient to fight chronic inflammation? Would you please, Iwan?
Sorry, what is the question again?
What is the best natural ingredient? Are you seeing my slides? Yes?
Oh,
It's
here it
reading,
is.
it is reading down over there. What is the best natural ingredient to fight chronic inflammation?
Chronic inflammation.
Wilt u nog een stoel? Nee, dank u. Ja, gaat goed. Ja, ik wel.
These are results of what is the best natural ingredient to fight chronic inflammation. Let me see. Oh, of course, they're going to show me all food supplements.
Yeah, but if you go a little bit down, where it says AI created general,
Curcuma.
it says
Curcumin.
turmeric. Yeah,
Yep.
number one. There's a lot, some other like omega-3s and ginger, which we all have also, virginal green tea. But the number one is curcumin.
Curcumin. Yes.
Curcumin, the number one key natural anti-inflammatory ingredient. Second question answered. And the third one, what is the best technology for maximum absorption of curcumin in the body? What is the best technology for maximum absorption of curcumin in the body? Look, this is not Dr. Fernandez speaking. This is not Vitafy speaking. This is knowledge around the world. And as you could see in the answer, it talks about nanomicellar curcumin as the best technology for maximum absorption of curcumin. So, are we on the right path? I think we are. I think we are not trying to sell anything. We are not trying to market it anything. We are trying to solve this problem that the world already has. It's a created problem that it's already there. Inflammation is causing us chronic illness. The best natural ingredient to fight chronic inflammation is curcumin, and the best technology for maximum absorption of curcumin in the body is nanomicellar curcumin. So, what else do we need to know? That curcumin has key roles. It's an active compound. We all know about curcumin, found in turmeric root, reduces inflammation, modulates the immune system, and it's a powerful natural antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. The thing is that the problem with traditional curcumin, it has low intestinal absorption, more than 95% does not reach the blood and is eliminated with the feces, and it is metabolized very quickly and eliminated in 1 or 2 hours because of the liver digestion and or metabolism, as it should be said. It doesn't reach all your cells. That's why many people don't notice its effects. So the micellar nanocurcumin technology allows us to a better intestinal absorption, increased bioavailability, increased action time, 10-20 minutes. It's going to be over 95 to 98% in your cells and tissues. Reach the cells and tissues, real and sustained effects, and safe to use. This is bioMS, biotechnology micellized and solubilized compound. This is bioMS. It's micellar nanocurcumin. So the real benefit of all of this is that it reduces low-grade inflammation, it modulates inflammatory pathways, it's a powerful antioxidant, supports joints, brain, cardiovascular systems, may improve energy and recovery, and it is not more curcumin. It's curcumin that does work. That's the main message. It is curcumin that does works. In addition, gut health and curcumin also protects the gut. It's as an antioxidant, as an anti-inflammatory, and it is suitable for the intestinal microbiota. Less gut inflammation, less overall inflammation. Okay? The importance of gut balance, a healthy microbiome, as I already told you, reduces inflammation, upgrades your defenses, promotes nutrient absorption, eliminates toxicity, and supports daily energy. We also have a probiotic and prebiotic, but this is mainly for the US market, that supports, that helps, that balance the dysbiosis in our gut. Herbal formulation also to support detox in the liver and in the kidney, and complete benefit to the intestine. It is a formula designed to restore internal balance, and the benefits are what I just told you. Restores gut microbiome, strengthens the intestinal barrier, reduces the passage of toxins into blood, supports natural detoxification processes, improves digestion, energy, and general well-being. A balanced gut, remember, equals less systemic inflammation also. So I have a real story here to end up with the presentation. Maria, 46 years old, slept 7 to 8 hours, drank coffee several times a day, still felt exhausted. Her tests were absolutely normal, but the HSPCR, the ultrasensitive protein C, was elevated. She didn't have a disease at that time. She had silent inflammation going on. With small lifestyle changes, gut support, high bioavailability curcumin, her energy began to return within few weeks and symptoms just go away, disappeared. So these are real stories that we have hundreds and hundreds of testimonials with this. So the final message would be tiredness is not normal. Inflammation can be modulated. Get started today. Healthy habits plus intestinal and anti-inflammatory supports provide you this opportunity. We have all of these references for the ones that are more that needs more info about, okay, where can I find all of this? Is this supported by science? Is this been published, what Dr. Fernandez just told us? Okay, just took a picture, capture this slide, and go and look for it and read it. I just extracted in a 30-minute presentation at a high speed, as you may say, as you may look. All of this is the references that we all have, and you could support all your info, all your asseverations in science. Okay? One last thing. Have you heard about nanotechnology with us? Yes, but have you also heard about AI? What can come from this union? Look, I'm going to tell you something today. Okay? Remember this. We did it again. In 2017, when we launched to the world Nanophy with this nanomicellar curcumin and nanotechnology also in vitamin D3, what happens is that we disrupt the supplement industry. It was disruptive, okay? But now we did it again because we have another disruptive opportunity with an AI for you called Vicky. Vicky is our Vitify virtual assistant. You're going to have someone right by your side that's going to work shoulder to shoulder with you in all your info business developing. The clouds are the limit. This is amazing what's coming. I don't know if you are in touch with Vicky right now. It's getting better and better and better. For example, you could ask Vicky. That's the number, by the way, for the ones that you don't have it. You could have the QR code, or you could add the WhatsApp number written down there. But you could ask Vicky a lot of things. I put 4 topics here, like answer general question about Beatify, about the products, about the compensation plan. You could go to a lab and make you have perform a blood test and ask for a HSPCR, and you could put it inside that photograph inside Vicky. Just upload it in Vicky's WhatsApp, and in seconds she's gonna start to read every single topic in that test, and it's gonna tell you about your hemogram, your hemoglobin, your leukocytes, your everything, and it's gonna tell you everything you need to know. And after Vicky founds all of that, she's gonna start to making you suggestions. Like, for example, in nutrition, you need to eat this, you need to eat this, you need to avoid this, you need to avoid that. And you need to exercise this way, and you need to sleep this way, and you need the mental health in that way. And at the end, it's gonna suggest the best, as Google just said, the best nanomicellar curcumin, and it's going to suggest it to you or to your prospects or to your clients also. So it becomes an amazing tool for all of us. You could also ask for social media content creation, okay, engaging content in your language. It could be in Dutch, it could be in Polish, it could be in English, it could be in any language that you want. Vicky speaks every language. If you need videos, you could also say it or put it in a written way. Or you could say it in the audio of your WhatsApp from Vicky, and you could ask her, "Can you send me a video of curcumin and neurodegenerative diseases? Can you send me a video of curcumin and cardiovascular problems?" And Vicky's gonna start. Okay, here's the video. Here's the video. Can you send me some support or science support? Boom. And you said, this is amazing. It might took you hours to find all of this, and you might not find it anyway. But now you're going to have your virtual assistant for you, for your prospects, for your clients that are going to perform and turn around 180 degrees down your business. Okay, so we all have all of this. We might have some questions also. We have the wellness team at betafy.co, so you could send all your questions. And I just wanted to hear a little bit from you in these 3 to 5 minutes if you have any questions. You could put it in text, or you also thank you, Iwan. We missed you, Cesar. Thank you, Iwan. You could put it in text, or you could open your microphones. And let me see if it's possible, if it's available to open up the microphones. Okay, Tyler, do you have anything?
I think this is some incredible information, and what you're finding, like what Iwan was finding on Google, what we're finding on AI. And you said, what is the biggest issue leading to disease or to being sick? And it's inflammation. And then you took the next step and you looked at, okay, for chronic inflammation, what natural product or natural method out there can help to combat, the best one to combat chronic inflammation? And it comes back as curcumin. And then you took it a step further, and what is the best delivery method for curcumin? If that's the best to combat inflammation, what's the best delivery method? Micellar nanotechnology. And that's what we have, and that's what Google's saying, and that's what AI is saying and leading us to. And it's just incredible. That was a fun exercise you took Iwan on to be able for him to be able to look that information up. We have the very best product out there to be able to combat inflammation, and the best delivery method to be able to get that curcumin within our bloodstream. And it's just so exciting to be a part of Vitafy right now. So, Dr. Fernandez, thank you.
Wonderful. One more thing, Tyler, give me a second here. Eddie, say thank you. Thank you, Eddie. Adeline says thank you also. But this is a good question here. But do we need inflammation in our body? Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. It's a defense for all of us. We need it to survive. But the problem is not the acute inflammation. It's the chronic inflammation when we didn't pull off the trigger, and it goes by as a low degree chronic inflammation that you don't feel it until you have a disease. So the thing is how we recognize the problem with this lack of energy, lack of sleep, and problems with your mental health and brain fog and things like that. So we need to recognize that this inflammation, and also performing a HS-PCR test in your blood, we could recognize it, identify it, and start doing something about it with curcumin, especially with the nanomicellar curcumin of Betafy that we have, which is the worldwide opportunity of having a product that really works, that is efficient, and it's safe to be used. What is the
Cesar?
best to heal muscle pain? Okay. This is also a question. Baldwin, muscle pain depends on the cause. If it's because of low degree inflammation, or is it because you are performing an exercise, or are you going to the gym, or a sport? Uh, all of this has to do with something with inflammation. Pain is directly proportional to inflammation. So, what do we do for healing muscles? Pain muscle, you all know. Healthy lifestyles, do something to avoid your sedentarism, maybe mild exercises, and use the best anti-inflammatory, antioxidant that you could use for your pain in the muscles, such as nanomicellar curcumin. I could recommend that. I use it by myself. I used to be, struggling with pain because I love the gym. I go 5 to 6 times weekly basis to the gym, and I always woke up tired. Okay, pain here, pain there, my shoulder, my knees. Now I could go if I wanted 2 hours a day, and the next day I'm ready to go on again. So I feel nothing because nanomicellar curcumin took care of this pain and of this inflammation also. Thank you for your questions. And to close the session, Tyler, thank you for the time. Iwan and all the leadership that is right now over here. Thank you for have this patient with this guy that is very enthusiastic, that talks a little bit fast, but it's because of the emotion that I have by providing this information to change lives throughout the world. I hope you could get excited as I am, sharing all of this amazing info to change the people's future through the nanomicellar curcumin as verified. Okay, have a nice day. And Tyler, just to say goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Appreciate it. Have a great night.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Cesar. Thank
Thanks
you,
for your
Tyler.
question.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all. Miss you all. Thank you. Bye bye. See you soon.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.